Hi guys, Tisha Kane here. Good evening. How's it going? We're just living the dream, and I wanted to share something with you today. We're not doing that public fools thing anymore, and we're doing homeschool. And life is a school. And when I looked at all of these mandates and what they're trying to teach my child to be compliant and line up and sit down and shut up and follow their rules, I thought, you know what? It was one of those life-defining moments where I said, no more. No more. My baby is staying home. He's going to be homeschooled, and life is a school. And today, we had a hard time today. Homeschool was rough, and I don't give up on anything. I have never given up on myself. I've never given up on my children, and I wasn't going to give up today. I have so much intestinal fortitude that my baby knows, you know what, I better just get this homework done or mom is not going to stop. So I wanted to share with you, I drew out this map of the consciousness, and I was explaining this, excuse my law school stuff back here in the background, but I wanted to explain this to you because I thought what a great teaching moment it was today for me, for my baby. So we went to the grocery store, and he was quite angry with me because I wouldn't allow him to have a donut. And typically I allow it because life's short, and donuts are so good. Oh my God, they're so good. I wish I can eat them every day, but I don't want him to have that processed food. And so he began to get angry. And when we came home, I showed him the map of the consciousness, and I told him, hey, life is a point system. And the name of the game, we're going to play a little game here. The name of the game is to get as much points as possible on any given day, and then you win. You win the game of life. And my 6-year-old, I tell you, he had so much fun with this. He kept asking about how his points were throughout the day and how he was acting. And so I gave him the example. I said, okay, here's the thing. You were angry at mommy because mommy did not allow you to have that donut at the grocery market today, right? And he said, yes, I was angry. I said, well, guess what? When you're angry, you get 45 points. Or you can accept what mom has to say, acceptance. You get 350 points. Do you want 350 points? Or you want 95 points? Because the object of the game of life school, is to get as many points as possible. And he says, well, how do I get the acceptance points instead of the angry points? I said, well, in that moment, we all have the moment to choose, which is great. We choose every single moment of our life. I'm choosing now to take a moment from my husband and my baby to record this video. I'm choosing now because I thought this was such a great teaching moment that I had to share. I said, you can choose. Mommy said, no, I'm sorry, not this time. You will not get a donut at the grocery store. You can immediately be angry, and that will give you 95 points. Or you can just accept what I'm telling you, and you can be up here in your 4D mind and get 350 points. Now you can say, oh man, I'm angry at mom. Or you can say, you know what, I'm just going to accept that because we're going to go to the grocery store again tomorrow because, we like to eat fresh and healthy. Being in California, we live in the salad bowl. If we're not eating fresh every single day, then why the heck live in California? I know it was funny. I'm wearing my Minnesota hat, and we love Minnesota. Shout out to all my Minnesotans. What you doing? When we were there in Minnesota for the summer, we went to the local grocery store, and we could not get fresh food every single day. We couldn't. And the tomatoes and the zucchini that I did get on the grill, I looked on the back of the package. It said grown in California. So we were in Minnesota and I was buying California vegetables there. So in California, I'm thinking if we live here, there's a lot of horrible things about California, but there's a lot of amazing, beautiful things like the coastline and being able to be at the beach anytime we want. And we were just at the beach Saturday. Anytime we want, we can go to the beach. We can go to Oceanside. We can go to Half Moon Bay. We can go to San Francisco. We can go down to LA, to Venice Beach, Malibu. We're there, right? So being in California, we need to eat fresh food. So I don't allow him to eat all that processed food, but sometimes I understand and comprehend it's important to, live out the human experience. And, we humans love food, but we don't need to eat. Just so you guys know, we're breatharians and we don't need to eat. And our silly little minds think we do. But I said, baby, getting back to that, you have the power to choose. You can be angry that mommy's not allowing it this day, or you can just accept it. What do you want to do? He goes, well, Mom, just for today, because I'm trying to get the most points as possible, I'm going to accept what you're saying and I'm not going to get that donut. And then he quickly went over and hornswoggled me over to get some brownies in a box so we can cook them at home. And I agreed to that because I knew that it would be later. But looking at, and I hope that this isn't backwards on my video, but looking at the map of the consciousness, you can be in your 5D, which is nonlinear. You can be in your 4D mind, 5D soul, which is enlightenment, peace, love, and joy. You can be in your 4D mind, which is a position of power, logical reasoning, 400 points, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, or courage. Or you can be in your 3D body, and you can have pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, hopelessness, guilt, or shame. And the name of the game here is raise your vibration. It's all about this spiritual awakening right now. You have the power to choose. We all have the power to choose. And I choose every single moment. And how you look at it. It's how you look at it every single moment. I'm up to like 5,000 points today, and my baby's up to 4,000. So now he wants to play a game of who gets the most points and how we look at it. I come from a past of trauma and the darkness. The darkness was so present, and I can look at that and say, oh, poor pitiful me, and stay in this low, 3B vibration. No, that's not me. Or I can say, you know what? I have so much enlightenment, acceptance, because I know that darkness, the depths of hell, led me to where I am today. And I look at that darkness, and honestly, I am so grateful for the black magic that this person used, because I know now I can accomplish all of my goals. I can rise to any occasion. I never once let myself down. I never once lost any time. And boy, I know my strength in this. And I'm a pillar in my community because I choose every single moment. Choose what you want to do. You can choose to look at it in a negative 3D vibration, or you can instantly rise to the 5D and go to the new earth with me. I'm at the new earth. Do you want to come? Do you want to be on the new earth where it's all about love-centered? Do you? I do. It is such a glorious place to be, and I know you can come with me. I had a client text message me today. She says, hey Tisha, did you file that proof of service for me? Because I have court next week. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I did not mean to cause you any anxiety. I know those court dates are really tough. Please forgive me for not following up. I got really busy. And she instantly said, no, 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 I'm sorry to bother you. I just didn't want to, I just wanted to make sure I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's before this court date. And it was so amazing how I was able to transform and transmute and fix how she was feeling, fix how I was feeling, and we could change it in a blink of the eye. She could have been upset with me because I never followed up. And I could have been upset with her for bothering me during my class. But the fact is, we were quickly had this comprehension about life's in session. Everything was checked off. I'm very thorough. I've always been very methodical. I get things done. I have a life to run. I have children to raise. I have so many things going on, just like all of you. And how do I keep all the balls in the air and not let anything fall? And it was so beautiful when I looked at that text message from my friend now, because my clients quickly become my friends. I thought, wow, how beautiful that was, that little conversation where, I felt like I had given her anxiety and she had apologized to me. I apologized to her for not following up, and it was left at this beautiful space between both of us. And I said, I'll always be here, parents helping parents navigate through the court system. Being a victim of that family court system, I really know how to navigate. But again, do I stay in this 3D vibration, this lower vibration that, I have so much anger and grief and fear and hopelessness from that family court? Or do I say, you know what? I've really stepped into my own. I've really navigated the family court system. I can help parents who don't even know what they're up against. This pocket pal system, this cottage industry that they want to keep you in dishonor. They want to keep you in argument so they can keep their doors open and keep the attorneys in a job and the judges in a job. I look at that as such a free education. And now I go and I am a pillar of strength for my family, a pillar of strength for my community, because I have the power to choose. And I choose to help parents in my community. Most of the time I do it for free because I don't want anyone else to be a victim of this family court, victim of the court system. We need to shut them down. Life is a school. I have taken all the hardships and they are so beautiful because I have learned so much. I have grown. I have just went to the next level. Why all these low vibration entities that were in my past, they continue to be low entities, and I just send them love. I wish nobody harm. I would never harm anyone. I wish nobody harm. I hope that they find their truth, because certainly I have mine. But I wanted to get on here tonight just to tell you that life is a school, and homeschool, although it was challenging at first, is so nice. I'm teaching my child things. He's 6 and he's already doing division and multiplication and reading levels beyond what a first grader would ever even be. He has a critical, rational comprehension of life, and he can use his discernment at 6. He is way above. I'd put him next to any 10-year-old today, and this kid will outsmart a 10-year-old. I'm just so grateful and so blessed to be able to be a homeschool mom. I homeschool. I never would have thought 5 years ago, if you would have said that I would be a full-time student and I'd be homeschooling my children, I would have said you're out of your mind. But the path that I've gone, the path that it's taken me through, it was dark for a minute, but I'm on the other side. And Mama's going to the new earth. And it's so great. It's so great and it's so beautiful. And I hope that you guys can continue to stay in your 5D vibration, and you guys can raise up in love and joy and get to a space of enlightenment. My kids will come home. I'll always be mommy. The court system will always suck, but it's great because I'm fighting them one parent at a time. Parents helping parents stay in this vibration, that it's because of this darkness that gets us to the other side to let our light shine through. Wherever you are in this world, from my heart to yours, peace and love. Tisha Kane.